Welcome to this practice of some of my favorite yin yoga poses for tensions in the lower back and stretching out the glutes and hips as well. If you'd like, you could grab a couple of pillows to support you in this practice. And we'll begin with either a shoelace pose or a half shoelace pose. So in full shoelace, crossing the right knee on top of the left, wiggling the feet back towards the hips. Or if you'd like to take a half shoelace, you could sit up on a pillow, keeping that bottom leg extended and maybe placing a pillow in between the knees as well. So once you've found the posture that's going to work for you today, you could sit up tall, or you could find a forward fold, inching the upper body forwards. And of course, as in any yin yoga pose, I do encourage you to close the eyes. Allow yourself a few breaths to settle in. Releasing muscular effort, letting gravity take over, weighing the body down. It's possible that after a few deep waves of breath, you might find the space to go a little bit further. It might instead be more appropriate to back off. Always listen to yourself here. You could notice any sensations that you find in the lower spine or anywhere else in the body. Simply inviting them to be on their way, little by little, with every exhale. And then starting to straighten up through the spine. You can untangle those legs however you were set up, bringing the hands behind you and just bouncing the knees up and down or in and out. Just notice how you're feeling. And we'll take things to the other side. So a full shoelace or a half shoelace. Left knee on top this time. Reminding ourselves that we do not need to take identical postures from side to side. One side may be quite different. And if you'd like, maybe exploring a forward fold. So now that we have some understanding of what posture looks like and feels like in our bodies, you might find that on this second side you're able to better appreciate what the body is doing, the courage that it takes to remain still and to hold for time. If it ever feels disconcerting or even uncomfortable or scary to hold these postures in silence, know that I'm here with you. Your breath is still here, your mind is still here. Just release. Perhaps for our final few breaths, you find new depths in this posture. And then pressing the fingertips into the mat to tiptoe your way back up to a tall seat. Uncrossing the legs, shaking them off. We're going to come towards our next posture, which is a twisted deer variation. So a nice way to come into deer pose is to start out in butterfly with the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Again, you might like to sit up on a pillow here. And then you can use that left hand to help your left foot a little bit closer back towards your left hip. Taking some time here to find length in the spine. Once you are ready, we'll walk the upper body over towards the right. Maybe there's a pillow there waiting for you. You can rest on fingertips, palms, forearms. Whatever works for you. Looking for a lovely stretch in the lower spine and hip, mostly on the left side here. As always, you're welcome to adjust as much as you need to find the pose that works best for you, here and now. You're doing wonderfully. Stay with it. Feel free to readjust. Let's start to come out, pressing against the mat, straightening up tall. Left hand helps that left foot, bringing the soles of the feet back to butterfly, fluttering the knees up and down. Eyes are still closed. Observe how you feel. And second side. Right leg coming back this time, any amount towards your right hip. Shifting it around if you'd like. Maybe readjusting your props or pillows. And only once you're ready, you can start to walk the hands over towards the left, facing towards that front knee, or perhaps even a little bit further over towards the left. Resting down on forearms, palms, props, whatever you've got. Letting the head be heavy, chin towards chest. And again, answering the question of whether this second side is any different from the first. Perfectly normal if you find that that is indeed the case. Finding about 2/3 of your maximum here, remaining still and holding the pose. And we can press into the mat again to lift our way up, finding our butterflies, soles of the feet together. Shaking the knees up and down a few times. And release. Make your way slowly to an all fours position. So we can widen the knees, maybe about as wide as your yoga mat, walking the upper body forwards into child's pose. So it's up to you how wide apart the knees come. If perhaps a pillow comes in between the heels and your seat. You can also bring a prop underneath the forehead if the mat feels very far away. And let something go. And you can come back to your breath here, inviting in just that little bit more on your next inhale. And on the exhale, maybe sighing it out, open your mouth. Letting something go with every exhale. And just like before, moving really slowly as we come out of this one. Making your way slow and steady towards a cross-legged seat. Bringing right shin in front of left. One hand on each knee and trace some circles with the upper body towards the right. Just feeling things out here. You can lean slightly forwards, rock the upper body a little bit left and right, see if anything's changed in that lower back. And switching the cross of the legs to check things out on the other side. A few circles going left with the upper body. Leaning your way slightly forward on fingertips, rocking side to side, swaying through the neck as well. And straightening up through the spine again. Maybe give yourself a little pat on the back, on the lower back at least. Appreciation for this part of the body that does so much for us as we bring the hands in front of the heart. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you'll come back to this one. And as always, I wish you a beautiful day.